In today's video, we'll take a look at a 2019 Dodge Challenger GT. This Challenger is finished in the F8 green exterior color. The interior is finished in black. This one also has custom leather seat covers from Katzkin. The driver's door panel does have a couple storage areas. On the driver's door panel, you have a small storage area right here. A bottle holder. Has an Alpine sound system. And you've got all the power controls for your windows, door locks, and mirrors. Power seat controls, along with your manual seat back adjustment. Heated seats. And now, we'll go ahead and start her up. It does have smart key access, as well as push-button ignition. After the Ford Mustang's launch in 1964, having introduced a new type of vehicle known as the pony car, numerous automakers introduced their own pony cars over the following years. One of them being the Dodge Challenger. A common favorite among many Mopar and muscle car enthusiasts, the Dodge Challenger first appeared for 1970 as a pony car slotted below the Charger. The first generation of the Challenger lasted from 1970 through 1974, and was based on the same platform as the third-generation Plymouth Barracuda. While the Barracuda was designed to compete with the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro, the Dodge Challenger was geared as a more upscale, luxurious vehicle, designed to compete with the likes of the Mercury Cougar and Pontiac Firebird. The Challenger would return for the 1978 model year, but this time as a compact coupe to compete with popular imports like the Toyota Celica, Nissan 200SX, and the Honda Prelude. The second-gen Challenger was actually built in Japan, seeing as it was essentially a rebadged Mitsubishi. This iteration of the Challenger would be produced until 1983. Fast forward to 2.5 decades later in 2008, and the Dodge Challenger was reintroduced, this time returning to its American muscle car roots. Similar to the Ford Mustang when it was redesigned for 2005 and was a tribute to the original Mustang, the 2008 Challenger was a tribute to the beloved original Challenger of the 1970s, featuring many similar styling cues. The new Challenger rides on a modified version of the platform used by the Dodge Charger and Chrysler 300 full-size sedans. Since 2008, the Challenger has not actually seen a complete redesign, but it has been heavily updated since then to keep it up-to-date and competitive. The Challenger's biggest update was for 2015, where it received a revised exterior, taking more design cues from the 1971 Challenger, as well as a brand new interior, along with numerous mechanical and drivetrain updates. For 2017, all-wheel drive was made an option, and has only been available on V6 powered models. For 2019, trim levels for the Challenger include SXT and GT, powered by the Pentastar 3.6-liter V6 engine with just over 300 horsepower, the RT with the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 with over 370 horsepower, the RT Scat Pack with a 6.4-liter Hemi V8 making 485 horsepower, The SRT Hellcat with a supercharged 6.4-liter Hemi making 717 horsepower, and the range-topping SRT Hellcat Redeye, replacing the SRT Demon from 2018. The Redeye has a high-output 6.4-liter supercharged Hemi V8, producing a staggering 797 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque. The top 3 trim levels are also available with a wide-body kit. Competitors for the 2019 Challenger include the Ford Mustang and the Chevrolet Camaro. Your G-forces, lap timer. The steering wheel is of a 4-spoke design. It is leather wrapped and multifunctional. Chrome and satin accenting. You got the controls for your information display, hands-free phone and voice commands, cruise control, sport grips, perforation on the sides, and you got your paddle shifters to manually shift the transmission. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. Headlight controls, brightness adjustment, your trunk release. On the stock right here, you have your turn signal, high beam, and wiper controls. Going down the center of the dashboard, you've got your big touchscreen interface for your Uconnect infotainment system. Air vents on either side. This really nice trim. Do like that. Push button ignition. All your physical radio controls if you don't want to use the touchscreen. Hazard light button. Traction control on or off. If you push the Super Track Pack button, it'll bring up on the infotainment system all of your performance settings. You can adjust how the vehicle drives, responsiveness of the engine and transmission, the steering feel and whatnot, launch control, all that stuff, and it'll explain what it does on each setting. Really cool. This one's got the V6, it's not the Hemi like it says on there. You got all your climate controls. Small storage area next to the gear selector. You have 2 cup holders. Center console with 2 USB ports, an aux port, and a power outlet. Lockable glove box. Both of the sun visors have vanity mirrors, lights, as well as extensions. Got a sunglass holder, overhead lighting, garage door opener. Finally, the Uconnect infotainment system. Very responsive. apps. Also has navigation. You got your map. Settings. Now with that said, let's go ahead and roll down the driver's window. Both windows are automatic down. And have a look at the engine. The vehicle's parking brake is foot operated. Optional on the GT trim are these 20-inch black noise 5 split-spoke aluminum rims. Powering the Challenger GT is the Pentastar 3.6-liter dual overhead cam, 24-valve, naturally aspirated V6 engine with variable valve timing. It produces 305 horsepower at 6,350 RPM and 268 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. This engine is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission with manual shiftability, and this Challenger is rear-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is an available option. The GT trim features a performance suspension including Bilstein shocks, as well as 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes. As four-set suspension, it has a short and long arm setup for the front and a multi-link setup for the rear. Running on regular unleaded with an 18.5-gallon fuel tank, it achieves 19 mpg city and 30 mpg highway. Both of the front seats do have storage pockets on the backs. And surprisingly, back here, this part is actually padded. And you've also got a folding rear center armrest with 2 cup holders. The fuel cap is located on the driver's side. Does have dual exhaust. Cargo volume in the Challenger is 16.2 cubic feet.
And that will conclude this tour of this 2019 Dodge Challenger GT. Thanks for watching.